Does low testosterone cause gay thoughts or homosexuality? The surprising answer is no. Science shows no consistent difference in adult testosterone levels between gay and straight men. So if your hormones today aren't the cause, what is? The real story may have started before you were even born. Scientists believe hormones in the womb don't just shape our bodies, they also shape the developing brain, including our future sexual orientation. We are separating fact from fiction. We'll examine the brain, look at real-world medical cases, and reveal the truth about hormones and attraction. What does adult testosterone actually do? It primarily affects the intensity of your sex drive, your libido, not the direction of it. Hormones have two main roles: organizational and activational. Organizational effects are permanent brain structures set before birth. Activational effects are temporary, like testosterone boosting libido. Sexual orientation is an organizational effect, hardwired early in development. During fetal development, sex hormones sculpt the brain, creating male-typical or female-typical neural pathways which influence later attraction. The theory posits that gay men's brains were exposed to slightly different androgenizing effects than straight men's brains. This is a powerful theory, but is there any physical proof? Can we actually see these differences in the human brain? Yes, we can. Scientists focus on a tiny brain region called the INAH3. What this means for you is a visible link between biology and attraction. In 1991, neuroscientist Simon LeVay conducted a landmark study. He examined the brains of deceased heterosexual men, homosexual men, and heterosexual women. The findings were stunning. The INAH3 in heterosexual men was, on average, more than twice as large as in heterosexual women. But the INAH3 in homosexual men was small, about the same size as in the women's brains. This was physical, anatomical evidence for a biological basis. Why is this significant for our testosterone discussion? The size of the INAH3 is believed to be set by prenatal hormone exposure, linking them directly. Brain anatomy is one thing, but what about real people? Do we see evidence of the prenatal hormone theory in real-life medical conditions? Case 1. Congenital adrenal hyperplasia. Girls with CAH are exposed to high fetal androgens and report higher rates of same-sex attraction. Case 2. Androgen insensitivity syndrome. These genetic males can't respond to testosterone. They are raised as girls and are attracted to men. Now look at your hands. The 2D to 4D finger ratio is a marker for prenatal androgen. Lesbians, on average, have a more masculinized ratio. From clinical conditions to physical biomarkers, the evidence points in one direction. Hormones in the womb play a significant role in our attraction. But the story is not that simple, especially for men. The idea that gay men were simply underexposed to testosterone has been challenged. In fact, some evidence is directly contradictory. Certain physical markers suggest gay men were not exposed to less prenatal androgen than straight men. This means that while the prenatal hormone link seems strong for women, the exact mechanism in men is less clear. It could be timing, not just amount. The truth is, no single factor determines sexual orientation. It's a complex interplay of genetics, prenatal hormones, and brain development. So, if adult T is secondary and the prenatal story is multifaceted, what is our final piece of evidence? Let's check transgender hormone therapy. When trans men begin taking testosterone, their fundamental orientation doesn't change. Many do report feeling more comfortable with their attractions. This is a perfect real-world example of activational effects. Testosterone activates libido, allowing their organized orientation to be fully expressed. This brings us full circle. The fact that flooding an adult body with testosterone doesn't alter orientation proves the fundamental wiring is already there. So the link between testosterone and homosexuality is real, but it's almost certainly prenatal. Adult testosterone governs the volume of your desire, not the playlist. Let's recap what we've learned. The idea that low testosterone in adulthood causes homosexuality is a myth. unsupported by modern science. The strongest evidence points to the organizing effects of hormones on the brain before birth, supported by anatomy, clinical cases, and physical markers. Still, the science is complex and ongoing. It is not a simple switch, but a combination of factors where prenatal hormones play a key, but not sole, role. Ultimately, the evidence overwhelmingly shows sexual orientation is a deep-seated biological trait, not a lifestyle choice or result of adult hormone imbalance. Understanding this biology doesn't just correct misinformation, it reveals the incredible natural diversity that is coded into us from our very beginning.